Let me stay with you, Dr. Okupe.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
are Senior Special Assistant to the President. Now, what is the government's understanding of what Boko Haram wants? Maybe we can begin to consider what they want, give it to them, and so we can have some peace.
Well, thank you, Alero. Alero, that's a very, one of the reasons why I came to this program was, when I saw the topic. It's a topic that, is not debated. No, we're just reacting to bombing, to, killings and all that. It's, now that is the real crux of the matter. What do the Boko Haram people, what do they want? I have cited their website, right now I don't think it's functional. But initially, they were talking about 4 or 5 things. One, they wanted to be allowed to practice Islam the way they wanted it. These guys are not the traditional Muslims. They are not. They even consider the traditional Muslims as not doing what is proper. They wanted that. They wanted full Sharia implementation. All right, and they felt that they also wanted a clear departure from Westernization. Anything that has to do with Westernization, education, dressing, and all that was an abomination to them.
So he's carrying Kalashnikovs. It came from Western education.
Well, let's just go step by step.
Sorry.
Now, at that time, you had the Shura, that is the cleric council that was in charge. Those who were in control at that time, they were quite decisive and focused. They were, you may not agree with their dispositions and their demands, but it was based, according to them, on their own faith and religion. All right, and whatever they said, whatever the Shura Council said at that time, was law, and it was that simple. Okay. But then, like I said, the Shura Council was headed by, highly knowledgeable scholars, Islamic scholars, and the clerics. So, then, it was a different ballgame altogether. But today, we've got infiltration by actual crass criminals. Criminals, who, like he said, are not really totally, some of them are Nigerians, some are not Nigerians, okay? Then, complicated by political activists, who also demand some other things. So if you look at it today, it is a motley appearance of, incongruous gathering of people that you cannot really easily discern. Government did set up a committee to go and reach out to them. I want to announce to you here, and of course, they have also done this publicly. This committee actually met with some of these clerics. They had discussions with them, and they reached out to them and they were discussing and all that. If somebody says, I want Sharia, I want this, these are things that we can't negotiate. Okay, I am a Christian. You are a Muslim. You live in Borno, I live in Lagos. Okay, if Lagosians do not want Sharia, I will not give them Sharia. If Borno people on a majority scale say they want Sharia, so they will have Sharia. We've had that in Zamfara before. So we do not need to kill ourselves for that. But if you look at the propensity, the new tendency, you see the Shura Council has lost total control. Those who are now in control are the criminal gang and the political group. Even some of the signatures we are looking at, may actually be people who are taking the franchise of Boko Haram to commit havoc. Because you see, what we observe is that, let me give you a classical example, or some examples. That there was, today, I just came back from America, from Washington, where the Center for Strategic Studies, put the two parties together to look for, ways of having this election 2015 without too much trouble, without too much violence and all that. So people have anxiety that will there be violence, in 2015, will there be an election in the Northeast? So, in the midst of all that, an election was actually held in Yobe State. They had an election for the local government council in the entire state. It was peaceful. Nothing happened.
No single gunshot.
No gunshot, no bomb, know nothing. 3 weeks ago, the APC, when I mentioned the APC now, is not in connection with this Boko Haram, but it's an event. The APC announced, because, I am very impressed with the current stand of the political class. The APC has come out, rightly so, that this is a condemnable act. It's a Nigerian problem. It is not a Jonathan problem. And I think, we are beginning to get somewhere in this country. But I will come back to that. The APC did announce that there will be world congresses in every state of the federation. We are afraid that election will be impossible in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa. There were world congresses in Yobe. There were world congresses in Adamawa. There were world congresses in Borno, including the areas where they bomb people. Those near the mountains and all that. Not a single shot. No person was missing. Nobody was kidnapped. So, you begin to see that is it not possible that some people are calling the shots, that they can decide when they will be bombing and when they will not be bombing. So, that has nothing to do with religion anymore. It's not a question of, I want Sharia. The initial requirements, some of them were absorbed, asking the president to change to Islam or otherwise leave the place and all that. These are not very serious issues. These are issues that if we sit down face to face and say, look, this is our constitution, this is Nigeria. Also, part of the demand then was that they wanted the Holy Quran to be the guiding philosophy of the country.
So when you say that some people are calling the shots, it makes one begin to think maybe those people are supposedly the political elites. Maybe those people are the people that the president said they are in my government. Maybe those people are the people that some people said they are in the opposition. But we don't know who they are. But the bottom line in all of this is the fact that when they do call the shots, those who get killed, they're not necessarily APC or PDP or any political
Muslim or
party.
Christian.
They all get,
Nigerians,
people get
Nigerians.
killed,
Let
period.
let me also tell you something. For a fact, I'm not a Muslim, but I've spoken to very respectable scholars and people of high integrity who are Muslims. The Holy Quran, I want you to understand this very well, and it's crucial to this discussion. The Holy Quran makes it, gives an instruction, an injunction. There's a holy injunction that even in full-flare warfare, when you are actually one side fighting the other, when some of the people you are fighting with run and you pursue them, the Holy Quran says that if they should enter any place of worship recognized by the Quran, which includes churches, which include mosques, because the Quran refers to Christians as men of the books. Men of the books. You understand? Mm-hmm. So it says that if they enter their synagogue or they run into the mosque, you must desist from following them or pursuing them. That is declared by the Holy Quran as a safe haven. 2, the Holy Quran says that you cannot kill a woman, you cannot kill a child, you cannot kill the aged. So these people are doing the opposite. So are they Muslims? Is this a religious matter? It is not a religious matter. It is not a matter of Muslim versus Christian. This is pure, bare-faced criminality and maybe some political coloration. Some people may actually, like I said, be using this franchise to create mayhem, make the place ungovernable, and make the president look like he's not capable. And then, for instance, I read leadership on Friday. Leadership came with an inscription, Nigeria is a failed state, and it went on, and all he was talking about was Nyanya. The Yoruba people say that, you call a thief to come and steal. You are the same person calling a policeman to come and catch him. Do you understand? It was as if it was a setup. Look, you see, there are some people who want power in this country by all means, at all costs. But my question is this: how many more people will Nigerians allow to be killed? how much blood? You know, what we should be asking is that, what is the volume of blood that these people require to gain power?
Okay.
I think
Mr.
these are the
Benedict,
issues.